All right, welcome everybody to the Redwoods Community College Basketball Podcast Between Two Redwoods. Today we are being joined by prestigious alumni Isaac Gildea. Most of you probably know him from playing here in 1997 to 1999. He's a school Hall of Famer and a third-time leading scorer in school history. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm glad you guys started this podcast. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking too. That's why we started it, to get some exposure for the school. So, what made you choose CR over the other schools coming out of high school?
Well, I definitely had my choice of options coming out of high school, but having grown up kind of in this community and having a lot of my friends also getting the opportunity to play at CR, being made me able to stay home during the first couple of years of college, which was important. I don't know, just all the pieces seemed to fall together. And I liked the program. The coach was great. Obviously, we had a pretty successful run. So just at the time, all signs pointed to starting at CR and then trying to move on from there. So
Oh, that's awesome. Love to hear that. You were the school's third leading scorer all time and averaged over 20 points. What were some things you did in practice or on your own time that led you to putting up such impressive numbers?
well, I'm a shooter, baby. I mean, it's all about just spending time in the gym. A lot of my stuff is jump shots. A lot of it's just being fundamental and kind of working on things that everybody likes to forget nowadays with all this new stuff on social media. But it's just about consistency, confidence. If you know you can shoot the ball, just go in there and shoot the ball, and it'll probably go in a couple times. That's kind of how I thought about it. So it seemed to work out.
Yeah, it sure did, with averaging 20 points. So, College of the Redwoods is coming off of a historic season this year. What are some things the coaching and recruitment staff has done to make this successful season possible?
I think especially in the JUCO league that we're in right now, the name of the game is height. And if you can have a team that brings a little bit of height to the table like we have this year, where, everybody's at least 6 feet tall or more, it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but especially at this level, if you can bring a team in that's tall enough, they're going to compete. And also just the way Coach Biggio has been doing everything this year, it's been impressive. Everything from practice to the way they're marketing on social media, getting more people in attendance. I think it's just all about taking it seriously. A lot of people go to community college basketball and they think like, oh, this is nothing compared to other colleges and it's not such a serious thing. But there's real good players out here. There's players that are going to get put on teams at D1 colleges if they have a good season. Like as long as they take it seriously, which they've done so far, and conference champions, or it's looking like it. So just the effort that they're putting in combined with being tall, recruiting well, all that.
Yeah, definitely. How did your time at College of the Redwoods help you prepare for the future after college sports?
Well, what I went on to do, because I didn't really know what to do after I quit playing basketball, so I kind of just kept up with basketball. I started coaching, running camps, always playing in men's leagues, doing that kind of stuff. And now I'm a full-time coach at one of the high schools here. And I think being at CR, being in like a small communal type of thing made me appreciate the little things, There's not as much bright lights as like a D1 school. So you kind of have time to see all the little kids in the stands and, just the community aspect of it. It made me want to give back instead of always trying to go on farther than I probably would have done if I was at another school. It makes you just want to like, sit back, coach younger kids, invest in the youth in the area and just try to keep good basketball around instead of always just going to like the commercial end of it and stuff, just trying to using the community vibe that I felt when I was there to give back to the community as I get older.
Yeah, definitely. That's a main reason why we started this podcast as well, because the sense of community that surrounds the college, and you exemplify that perfectly with staying around the community and coaching kids there that will probably look at College of the Redwoods now as a team that they would consider going and playing basketball for.
Yeah, that's the goal, especially with the couple. There's 4 or 5 high schools all in this area. A lot of kids, they're just looking to get that next step, and CR is a perfect spot. And I think the more we kind of bring that out and teach kids that, and also just encouraging people to go to school, it's an outlet for a lot of kids that may not have as much motivation as others if they get to actually play on the team, So I think just keeping everybody in school, keeping the community together, exactly what this podcast is preaching, definitely been needed it. So been a good job.
Thank you. Also, thank you for coming on the podcast today. We really appreciate your time. That's it for Between Two Redwoods. I'm your host, Thomas Sprague. Thank you for joining us today, Isaac. We appreciate your time and hope we can talk soon in the future.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Go Corsairs.